everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading for you today. After that reading we did have the other day, which was a little bit confronting. We are focusing on good vibes only today, okay? So making sure we have a look and see what good vibes are in and around your energy at the moment. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate every single comment, every single subscribe and like. It really does help out the channel, so thank you all so much. Welcome to the Crazyfaerie family. And today I am actually going to be using the Rosabelle Oracle as well as the Lustrous Lenormand. Okay, so timestamps will be in the description box as always. Starting off today with Aries. Okay, all right. Aries, good vibes for our Aries. Doing good vibes only today, Aries. What are the good vibes around our Aries? Good vibes in the Aries energy. Departure. Okay, so for some of you, you are about to, and we've got honor on the bottom of the deck there as well. So, so it's kind of like, I don't want you to leave, but geez, I love to watch you go, Aries. There's a high honor in your departure, that the things that you're choosing to leave behind right now, the things that you're choosing to walk away from, Aries, there's a very high honor for you in being able to do those things for yourself, okay? For a lot of you, you are leaving something behind that no longer suits you and your life, your energy, and that's actually the best positive vibes around you right now, is that you are making the hard choices for yourself and walking away from the things that, yes, it may be hard to walk away from, but you know that it's the right choice for your highest good. All right, there's a lot of honor in doing what is right for yourself. All right, so no matter how hard it may be, for some of you, there's definitely some good vibes of, an exciting departure that you're making, that you're like excited to leave. I'm excited to leave, to go somewhere, to get somewhere. All right, so you may be, I'm getting like, I keep getting airline departure, I keep getting like plane departure come through, like you're at the departure gate waiting for someone to get home, or you're excited to leave and go somewhere exciting for yourself. Aries, good vibes only for our Aries. We see the Garden coming through first. Okay, so a lot of social energy for you. So making sure we've got good vibes only on our social media, that provides positive energy for you to start with straight away. But the ability to, the art of compromise is coming through with that Garden energy. This is about meeting up with people, spending time with friends, organizing to meet someone, go on a date with somebody, see somebody you haven't seen for a while. But it's very interesting because we do have the the whip coming through there, as well as the tree on the other side. All right, so there is something here about, being willing to meet and kind of argue it out, because it's not an argument. When it's good vibes, it's kind of the argument that needs to be had. You're fighting for something. With this whip, it kind of feels like fighting for something rather than fighting for the sake of argument. We're arguing something for the sake of growth and healing, all right, in order to heal a situation or grow a situation. There's some sort of meeting in the middle with this conflict, this drama, this tension that you're fighting for here. That, for a lot of you, there may be issues around control, and that's what you're meeting in the middle of being able to, give control and receive a little bit of control there as well. That there's, definitely some sort of compromise, meeting in the middle, meeting up with somebody in order to fight for something, in order to grow and heal something. So with the social energy there too, I feel like for a lot of you, this is actually, you know, maybe an argument that needs to happen with somebody in order to, you know, get all your cards out on the table and be honest and, you know, be honorable within oneself by being truthful, and this is what I think and this is what you think, and how can we both get on the same page here? How can we resolve this fight? How can we, you know, I want to fight for us to grow and heal and, you know, look at this in a more mature way and whatnot. So there's definitely, it's a taking care of yourself by, you know, standing up for yourself and taking control and fighting for what truly matters to you here, Aries. So that's what I'm seeing for you. You're kind of, once again, too, with that departure card, you're leaving the things behind that don't matter to you, and fighting for the things that mean something. All right, the things that, you know, sit in your heart, that you're making a fight for those things in order for those to heal and grow and mature and whatnot there. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course, Aries. And we will move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Good vibes only for our Taurus. What are the good vibes around Taurus right now, please? Good vibes for Taurus. We have the Country card coming through for you, Taurus, and Wisdom on the bottom of the deck there as well. Okay, so for it's very interesting because there's the peaceful energy of the country there. It's like I'm not getting like bush or forest country. I'm getting like rolling hills and vast, you know, being able to see across vast paddocks and those sorts of things that you're seeing very clearly. And it's like a, you know, it's like that little cottage where it's got the beautiful little cottage flowers. It's, you know, it's got a gorgeous little garden and it's just all green grass and, you know, kind of in the middle of nowhere, nice sunny days and whatnot. You can even see there, we've got the roses coming through in that there. But it's like, it's giving that energy of like somewhere to feel at home, somewhere to feel comfortable and at peace for yourself here, Taurus. So I feel like for a lot of you, this cottage energy, it's very, you know, snug and comfortable energy. It's safety and security. It's, you know, I keep getting the phrase knowing where you came from as well, because even though a lot of you may not have come from the country, it's something to do about, you know, finding your roots again, you know, especially undertaking journeys that make you feel like you've found that little safety comfort zone within your own self. So it's kind of like the country within, like the country cottage within you kind of vibe. It's like it maybe somewhere you've never even been. You maybe have lived in the city your whole life and you've just sort of dreamed of a cute little country cottage. But for some reason I keep seeing like the English kind of hillsides and so I've never been to England or whatever either, but you know, you see in movies and TV shows and things like that. I'm getting like a quaint little brick cottage in rural England somewhere with all the greenery and whatnot. There's just a sense of security and happiness that you're finding within your own self at the moment. And for some of you, there may be something about, you know, the country that you're currently in, or going back home to your country, or, you know, to the country. There might be something about going to the country coming around you at the moment that is bringing some sort of peace to you. Safety, comfort zone, snug kind of feeling. Okay, Taurus. Good vibes only for our Taurus. I'm also getting there, Taurus, too, that might be a good focal point for meditation for you at the moment is, you know, focusing on, you know, a quaint little country image within your own self and having that as a little safe zone just within your own self. Taurus, good vibes only for our Taurus. Okay, throwing cards at me now, Taurus. It's kind of like we see here, firstly, we see the star and the anchor. Okay, so this sort of shows me that you've been wishing for this safe port to call home, which is, this cute little country cottage. Like I said, it might be something that you're just imagining within yourself, something that you're setting as a goal, a dream of yours that you might have in the back of your head of like, I would feel, secure and snug and safe and steady and peaceful if I were to, have that little, because it's like a little bubble. It's like this little image bubble that you've got within yourself of this country home, this country cottage. So it's very interesting. I keep getting the country cottage specifically there. But we do see the snake as well. So the snake does talk about illusions, and it talks about, maybe the delusion that I'm never going to have that for myself. So, with the snake there comes the understanding that, if this is something that you truly are passionate about, this is something that you desire for yourself, this is something that you wish for within your own self, to have this place, even if it's not a country cottage, within you, it's like that's the image of the desire, of the goal. All right, that's the image that's been given for your goal here of what safety and snug looks like to you. So it may actually look a little bit different for you personally, but it's kind of like it's showing you that it's, it's an illusion in the way that you're creating that within your own self. So therefore, as soon as it's kind of, the snake is very interesting like that, because you are the one that can create this illusion. You are the one that can see through any delusions and stop betraying yourself by telling yourself that you'll never have this, when you can create that within yourself. Visualizing that and wishing for that is the first step of creating that into your life. All right, so the good vibes around you, especially with the snake here too, it's the snake finds a way. All right, it's snaky, it's sneaky, it's it doesn't go in straight lines, it doesn't climb ladders, it finds its way through the cracks. If there's no way to get through, it'll find a different way, it'll find its way through, and which I feel like you're doing, Taurus, with this dream of yours, this goal, this aspiration that you have. And it's all revolved around, something I can rely on, something that is safe and snug for me. So formulating the image of that within your own self. For a lot of you, using that imagery of like a cute little country cottage might be the go. All right. It's quite interesting too, because there's like a face in the tree. I don't know why that seems in. It's like you can see it looks like legs and then the face, and it's like a horse coming on in too. So it's like it's on its way. It's on its way, but you need to start the creation of that. Even if it starts off as an illusion, you can make your wishes come true yourself, Taurus. So I know that that's a little bit. Oh, I don't know the best phrasing for that. Like the only phrase that's coming through is airy, but that's the best way for me to describe what's going on there, Taurus. That life finds a way. You can find a way, even if it's not clear to you. That you can creep through the crevices and find your way to it. But it all starts with you, Taurus. But that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini. Good vibes only for our Geminis. Good vibes only for our Geminis. Okay, Gemini. This is an interesting message here, Gemini, because we do have maliciousness coming out here, but we also see fame. Okay, so it's bringing to light that any publicity is good publicity kind of thing, that the more that people, it's kind of like the more that people, like, they hate us because they ain't us, that kind of thing. That there's something here about, the more that people see people hating on you and being malicious towards you, and it makes you famous. It's like that infamous kind of energy that people kind of go, oh, is Gemini really like that? And now I need to get to know Gemini, and I need to find out the truth of this. And, it's kind of like people think that you're dangerous because of talk. This is someone, not going to lie, Gemini, this is someone who has been, talking out of turn behind your back kind of thing. And it's actually working in your favor. And it's making you see the truth of that person. But it's kind of giving you this infamous energy, this fame kind of energy, where people want to get to know you and find out if it's true. Is Gemini really like that? Or is Gemini really like this? So it's actually working in your favor, whoever this is. And it's kind of like, I feel like for a lot of you, straight away who is trying to poison the waters there. And you're kind of not worried. You're kind of laughing it off. Good vibes only, right? Gemini. Good vibes only with our Gemini. What does Gemini need to know in regards to good vibes around them? Yeah, it's like we have the mountain coming through first, which is, blockages and challenges that you're having to face. But it's like, here's you on the rider coming through going, good news, I climbed that mountain, no drama. I got through the struggle that you tried to put in my way. You threw this mountain on my path, but good news, I got through it, no drama. That was fine. That was fun. You're willing to persevere through the, someone's trying to block you, trying to, put mountains in your way, put obstacles in your way, delay you from coming on in. And you're like, didn't even slow me down. I'm just charging in fast on my little horse here. Good news, guys. I'm here. I'm still here. And it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like your energy, you're just kind of laughing this off. Like, no matter how big the mountain that you put in front of me is, I'm just going to charge over it, and it's not going to be a problem. So it's like, if anything, Gemini is just enjoying the trek. Oh, can you give me a bigger mountain next time? That obstacle, that blockage, that was nothing. Try harder, guys. Like, I feel like you're and it's that's where this fame of yours is really taking off. People are seeing you coming back down the mountain on that horse, going, how did Gemini do that? What do we not know about Gemini that they can get through all that? Like, everyone keeps trying to poison Gemini and throw them under the bus and put these big mountains in front of them. And Gemini's like, did they even notice that there was this obstacle? No. Gemini just charged on through. Wow. Gemini's like more formidable opponent than I thought, kind of thing. And we do see the tree here as well. So there's a lot of wisdom and learning. This is you. You're just caring about yourself. You're taking care of you. So there's a lot of good vibes for you at the moment about taking care of family, taking care of your own self, your own healing, your own health, your own growth. You're not worried about what everyone else is trying to do around you. You're just focused in on yourself, and that's meaning that these are like, when the horses do just the jumps, you're just doing a horse. Your horse, you've trained your horse really well, and you can do those jumps without a hassle, and you're just like, oh, cool, that was a fun little challenge that helped me, learn how to, do those jumps really well. I'm great at show jumping now, so thanks, guys. So keep allowing it to roll off your back like that, Gemini. You not only are you confusing the hell out of everyone around you at how on earth does Gemini keep doing this, but it's actually providing some entertainment for you. not going to lie, it's a kind of fun, kind of entertainment kind of energy. At the I don't think you're worried by this at all. I think a lot of you do know too who's trying to throw those stones at you, and you're just like, okay, cool, I can jump that. That's no drama. So yeah, keep on keeping on with that, Gemini. I really like that energy for you. But that's what we see there for you. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Cancers. Okay, Cancer. Good vibes for our Cancer. Good vibes only. Good vibes around Cancer's energy, please. Support. Okay, we do see a lot of support. And look at this union. So we're definitely looking at, people around you and support around you at the moment, Cancer. So for some of you, or a lot of you, it is, one particular person that you are in some sort of partnership or commitment with. That is the union card, which quite a lot of people do take that to mean like marriage, but it can just be like contracts and commitments made between two people. So it could be like a co-worker, someone that you have some sort of partnership with. You're working as a team with this person, and they're offering you a lot of support as well. All right. So I do feel as though that support is kind of going both ways there as well, that you're getting what you give with this union. It's a partnership. You're both working towards mutual support, and it's kind of like, well, I'll lift you up when you need help, and you can lift me up when I need help, and together we're stronger kind of energy. Cancer. Good vibes only for Cancer, please. Okay, we do have the whip followed by the clover. Okay, so the whip in this sort of a reading where we're looking at good vibes only, this is like, positive conflict, positive arguments, positive tension and drama around you. So it's kind of like fighting for something. There was another sign that had a similar message. I believe it was Aries. So if you do have Aries placements, you may want to check Aries out as well. But this is fighting for a chance, or like you're fighting to have a chance. You're fighting for your chance, because we see good luck here as well with the clover. Good luck on your side. We see, taking a risk, taking a chance, jumping in the deep end, investing in something. So it's kind of like you're fighting for the opportunity to take a chance, to fighting for someone to take a chance on you, kind of thing. Fighting to take a chance at making a choice or something. So we have the choice card there as well. So that's a choice or decision, an opportunity. Like you're kind of fighting for the chance to have a choice or make a choice here. That it's like someone has. I'm just trying to think of an example of what it's like you're standing up for yourself in some kind of way, where you're feeling like you were maybe punished for something that you didn't do. So you're fighting for the chance to, stand up for yourself and say, this is how I want to approach this. This is what I want to do about this. This is my choice to work out what's happening with this, or where this is going. This is actually my choice. I want to exert my free will. I'm not going to let you take the choice away from me. I'm going to fight for my chance to have a choice in this matter. I'm not going to let you just say, that's it, it's over and done with. I'm going to choose that. If it's over and done with, I want to have a choice in that. So you're kind of fighting for the chance to fight in a way, fight for something. So because, when we see the card of conflict here, you can't have a conflict. Well, you can, but in this scenario, it's like you can't have a conflict. You can't have an argument with somebody without somebody. Okay, so you're kind of like fighting for your opportunity to actually talk it out and have this argument, get it all out there on the table and have this argument so that we can come into union, come to some sort of agreement on this and, work towards support. So it's like, I want to work towards support and union here. I want the choice as to how we're going to support each other and how we're going to come into this union. I'm not just going to sign a contract with you. That's taking my choice away. I'm going to fight for, my chance to make choices on what this contract looks like. All right. So I hope that makes sense for a lot of you there. But it's quite interesting because I'm seeing 11 to 22 with those cards too. So we do see the repeating twos to start with. But when I see, the choice, that kind of doubles up the 11 as well. So it could be 11, 11, but also double 11 is 22. So there might be something very important, seeing a lot of 222 at the moment for you as well, Cancer. It is coming through quite strong with the repeating numbers there as well. Right as I said that, I looked up and I saw 26, 26. So repeating numbers definitely for you at the moment as well, Cancer. Maybe showing you where to stand up and fight for your chance to have a choice in the matter. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements as well. Make sure you subscribe, and we will move over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, good vibes only. Good vibes only for our Leos. Good vibes going on for our Leos right now, please. Happiness. 777, jackpot win, Leo. Oh, we do see the woman's wish on the bottom of the deck there too. So that's where the happiness, that's where the jackpot is, in the woman's wish. Okay, so are you the woman, Leo, or are you connected to the woman and you are their wish? Or your happiness is somehow connected to their wish, their wishes. Okay, so there is an important woman. It's kind of like, I feel for a lot of you, it's some of you, it's your mother's wish. Okay, especially those of you who are masculine. This may actually be your mother's wish for you and your life. That it's like, my mother always just wanted me to be happy because of my mum always wanted me to have this job and be happy and da-da-da. So there may be a connection coming through with that. The wish that's coming through, the jackpot win that you're making at the moment, may actually have something to do with a mother's wish, or your own wish. The woman's wish could be your own as well, Leo. Even if you're a male, okay, because I don't normally genderize in my readings, and the woman's wish would be, the more emotional wishes, the more your wishes from your heart. So instead of things that you might be wishing for in the real world, the material world, like money or a new car or lotto, the woman's wish would be more along the lines of emotional happiness and love and the wish for, oh, I want to repair that relationship or whatever that is for you, something more emotional, something more nurturing. All right, Leo, good vibes only for our Leos. And if you're a mother too, Leo, this could be your greatest wish for your child's happiness. We see the coffin coming through first. So this is like happiness coming off the back of a transformation, something that has ended, or something that ended a while ago, something that has, a chapter that has closed out in your life, and we're now moving into the the rebirth of that. So, you know, the death always brings a rebirth with the coffin. So you're definitely moving into the rebirth of that, and you've transformed all that energy that you're putting into something else, into something new for yourself here. All right, and we see the choice card coming through for you there as well. So that it's kind of like making a conscious choice, a conscious decision to move forward and find happiness. We have the rider here as well, which is, you know, good news on the way, good choices on the way for you. That's part of what your rebirth energy is that you're making good choices towards your own happiness. All right, towards your jackpot win, whatever that is for you there, Leo. That it's like good news on the way that you've made the right choices for yourself. You're exerting your free will in the right direction. You're not, you know, making choices that are actually steering you wrong here. You're actually, you know, especially to that coffin energy, you're putting an end to making bad choices. You may have made, you know, choices in the past that were a little bit questionable, or put you on questionable paths, or led you to, you know, lessons rather than happiness, jackpots. But you're making better choices that are leading you towards the jackpots, not towards the, you know, emotional drama. I'm hearing that emotional damage. I love that. I love that meme. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Leo. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo, good vibes only. Good vibes for our Virgos, please. For some reason, I nearly said Gemini, so there might be some strong links for you at the moment with Gemini as well. We have richness coming through first, abundance. See the cornucopia there, full of all the beautiful bounty, full of the treasure of richness in your life here. So a lot of good food coming your way, Virgo, to start with. But we also see family as well. So, you know, the little nest, the little family unit here. So there's a lot of richness in your family unit right now. So for a lot of you, I'm getting that there may be an important meal with your family, you know, coming through as good vibe energy for you in the near future. There might be, you know, a gift of some sort, like a blessing of some sort, an abundance coming through in some way in regard to your family here. Virgo, good vibes only for our Virgos. This is like a bounty. I keep getting the word bounty coming through here. The family bounty, or treasures. Okay, so firstly we have the anchor coming through. So there's a lot of, you know, safe, secure, reliable, dependable energy coming through with that anchor. You know, what we would like to see with that richness of family coming through. You know, that there's a lot of support and reliability there, dependability. These are, this is talking about a richness in this family unit that, you know, people that you can depend on in your family at the moment there, Virgo. Even if it's relying on their arguments, relying on them fighting for you, standing up for you. We have the whip there. So it's kind of like you can rely on them to have your back, to, you know, that if you get into a fight with someone, that they're on your side. Even if they know you're wrong, Virgo, they're on your side, they've got your back. It's that kind of ride or die kind of energy coming through here, that, you know, that they'll stand up and take on the conflict. You know, for you, to support you. It's very reliable, dependable energy. Like I said, even if they know that you made the wrong choice, they're going to have your back. All right, we have the choice card there as well. So it's like seeing repeating cards like numbers too. I've got 11 and 22. So 1122 coming through there. So that might be important for some of you as well. But the choice, it's like the free will. Like they're fighting for you to have choices, to make your own choices, to exert your own free will. that they're standing up and fighting for you to be able to fight for yourself, Virgo, to, that you can rely on these people to have your back when you say, I need to make this choice for myself. I need to follow this path because that is what's right for me. This is my path, my choice. And, you can rely on these people having your back. All right. It's a lot of strength in numbers kind of energy for you here, Virgo, especially, that richness of family, that bountiful support, reliability. Okay. So that's a very strong positive energy there for you, Virgo. And that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Libra. Okay. Libra, good vibes only for Libra. All the good vibes around you, Libra. Ooh, jackpot. Happiness coming through for you there. Followed by the man's wish. Okay, so this is quite interesting, Libra, because we just had, I believe it was Leo, had the exact same happiness with the woman's wish. All right, so I find that very intriguing. All right, that the similarities there, the exact card and the exact card, but the male version instead of the female version for you. Okay, Libra. So that's very interesting because, if you yourself are male, this could be talking about, jackpot. Here's your happiest wish coming in for you right here, right now. Good vibes in your energy that you are about to win big at something here in some kind of a way and make some sort of a win in your life. For a lot of you, with this being the masculines wish, for a lot of you this is going to be something a little bit more materialistic. So that new car you've been wanting, the dream house, the monetary gain that you've been waiting for, those sorts of jackpots definitely are potentially the good vibes in your energy right now. We'll have a look at the lenormand and see what that wants to add in, but happiness, you can't go wrong with that as the best good vibes around you. And then, wishes coming true. All right. Libra, good vibes only for Libra. For some of you, it might be like, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So definitely seeing some sort of wish come true here. Okay. We have the stars, and that is the wishes, the goals, the aspirations, the things that you've been aiming for. Definitely coming through here for you in some kind of way, having a lot of hope and optimism that they will come through to you. What I was saying there too was the male's wish, the man's wish. For some of you, that could be like, a father's wish for their child to, be like the father in some ways is the one that's coming through the most here. The father's wish that, I'm glad my child is like me in this way. Those sorts of things, that I'm glad my child, I'm getting something about, followed in my footsteps kind of thing, that they're like me in some way. They live their life how I would live my life, that kind of thing. But like I said, the masculine wish could also talk about materialism and material pursuits as well. But we definitely see that coming through here. But this is quite interesting because we do have the whip and the birds. Okay, so this is very, very interesting because the whip does talk about some sort of conflict or argument, and the birds is a very chattery kind of energy as well. So for a lot of you, this is something verbal taking place. All right. And we do see with the birds, sometimes it can be like gossip or rumors being, talked about here in some kind of way, a conversation taking place that is kind of like a debate, fighting for something, fighting for, I feel like for a lot of you, it might be your wish is that you're fighting for the truth kind of thing. That's the you're fighting for, no more rumors, no more gossip. I want, I'm willing to stand up and fight for what is, true, and to talk it out, kind of thing. So it's very interesting here, that there is, those two cards coming through here with so much happiness and wish energy for you, Libra. So in some way, this is your wish that, you know that this needs to be addressed. So, even though we see one of the more negative cards with the whip there, because it's a card of conflict, a card of tension, card of arguments kind of thing, it's kind of like, so things are no longer just gossip. And it's not so much about punishment, but it's more about standing up to fight and taking control of the gossip, of the rumors, of the chit chat that's happening here, of the conversations. You're taking control of those, and you're not backing down anymore. And you know that it's going to resolve in a way that works in your favor, because it's resulting in your happiness, and you're hitting the jackpot. Your wishes are coming true. So, it really is working in your favor somehow. All right. So I am picking up for some of you, there's like a legal thing where you're standing up and fighting something legally, and that's the wish come true. That's the happiness. That's the jackpot for you, that your case wins, kind of thing, and you just want the truth to come out, kind of thing. So I'm picking up that as a clear example for somebody there, but it could be a lot of different things. But it's kind of all about you standing up and fighting and having the conversations that need to be had, and you're standing up and knowing that you're standing up for your wishes and your goals to be achieved here. So there's definitely clear goals. There's a reason for it taking place, and that reason is more important than any tumultuous energy that comes through, because this is good vibes only reading. So it is going to be for the betterment in the long run. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you, Libra. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, good vibes only for our Scorpios. Good vibes for Scorpio. Good vibe energy around our Scorpios, please. We're seeing the Caprice card. Okay, so as you can see, that's the clouds. All right, so it does talk about looking for a sunnier day. On the bottom of the deck there, we do have the Chance card. Okay, so you're thinking of taking a chance. You're thinking of chances being taken on you or for you. But it's kind of like you're looking for the sunshine behind the clouds. You're seeing through the confusion a little bit here, and taking a chance on waiting for a sunnier day. You know that the clouds will part and let the sun back through, and so you're taking a chance on maybe waiting for the sunnier days. Something about that coming through here. I'm also getting that show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that may be somehow connected to this for some of you. Scorpio, good vibes only for our Scorpios. The Sun. You have the Sun coming through first. Happiness. There's the sun. You see the clouds in the sky, but you know that the sun's coming. You're able to understand. It's like a conscious understanding that this too shall pass. These thoughts shall pass. These are just thoughts. They are not the truth, because the truth is the sun will shine again. Okay, these clouds cannot block the sun forever. It is how you're kind of speaking to yourself at the moment, Scorpio. The clouds sometimes can be a little bit heavy because it's your your thoughts, trying to confuse you and trying to give you anxieties and, trying to, darken the sky. But there's this part of you that knows that that sun is coming on through, right on through, and it's going to, break apart those clouds. And the sun shall shine again. You will be happy again, and you know it. And it's right here. Okay, it's the first card coming out for you, that happiness will be revealed to you in a very fun, playful kind of a way. We have the child there. So for some of you, this happiness does involve an actual child as well. But it's about taking a chance on the adventure. That it's doing it for the plot. It's I know that the sun's coming and the sun will rise again tomorrow. So, all I can do is just enjoy the adventure while I'm here and have fun with it, kind of thing. That there is new beginnings coming through for me. We also see the garden there as well. So, it's about getting out and having fun, getting out and about in the world and having fun. The garden really is meeting up with friends and meeting up with people, meeting new people, meeting, more fun, playful people in your life, meeting the next adventure. All right. It's about getting out and about and spending time out in the public spaces, public eye. So for some of you, there might be like having a bit of fun with, being seen and that sort of stuff in some kind of way. It can be social media as well for some of you there, that you're having fun, just, being very lighthearted and happy and playful with your social media kind of stuff. You're showing that side of yourself, the more fun, playful side of yourself, and just getting back to, meeting up with friends and meeting new people and, a lot of, meeting childlike energies around you as well. So for some of you, there may be like actual meeting of children of some form there, and you're taking a chance as well. We do see the chance that you know that there's a good chance that, those clouds might come on back over, but I know that the sun will always rise again and that the sun will shine again. No matter how dark the skies might seem, I know that the sun will shine on again. So it's kind of this energy of not giving up and really just enjoying the adventure of life a little bit more at the moment. The good vibes around you, Scorpio, that you're, seeing life through, the eyes of a child, where it's just wonder and amazement that, wow, when I grow up, I could be whatever I damn well please. So you're kind of back in that mindset, I feel, for a lot of you, getting back in that mindset. And it's really, good vibes. Good vibes for you. We like that for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, good vibes for you. Good vibes only around our Sagittarius. Good vibes for our Sagittarius. Ooh, Sagittarius. We see the deserted island. Okay, and we also have here the birth. Okay, so that stalk is the beginning of something brand new. The moment in life where, brand new things are, birthed out into the world. Quite often it does talk about, ideas that have been sort of stirring within you for a little while, and they're finally being birthed out into the world here. But we do see the deserted island there as well. So this is like finding peace within yourself. And it's like a new beginning for yourself. You're finding some sort of peace within, like by yourself, within yourself, for yourself. It's like you're on this deserted island, but you're not scared. You're not worried about how am I going to survive. You're like, oh, this is great holiday. It's more like that you're seeing it. You're going to get rescued. You know that you're not going to be stuck on there, but you've got this sensation of like, I've got this freedom of being alone in amongst all the vastness, and that this is a brand new beginning for me to survive in a whole new kind of a way. that it's kind of like I'm getting this imagery here of like somebody like walking through, like a city, and there's all, cars and rusted out buildings and, trash and all this. And then you land on this deserted island, and, you've been surviving the streets or the cities for so long that you get on this deserted island, and all of a sudden survival feels easy, feels free, feels safe. You're not having to worry about, that dark alley, because you're on this deserted island. You can see there's nothing in the sand that's going to hurt you, like unless a coconut falls on your head, but it's giving you this sense of safety within yourself, and freedom within yourself. Sagittarius, good vibes only for our Sagittarius. Some of you may actually be traveling to some sort of island, or so, it may not even be an island. It's just like a piece of place, a piece of place, a piece of peace. A small refuge in amongst it all, like an island in amongst all the craziness. Like how you imagine, like if you're in the middle of, well, like I've never been to New York, but you always see, in the crazy New York Times Square, and so many lights and things going on, and cars and people, and then you get to Central Park, and it's like green and trees and quiet and peaceful, So it's kind of the big difference between those. You're finding this place of peace in amongst all the chaos. Sagittarius, good vibes only for our Sagittarius. We have the fish coming through first. So this is a sense of fulfillment, and a sense of, I feel like for a lot of you, it's gratitude for the abundance of life, whatever that means to you, because you're having a closer look. We have the closer look card there. So you're having a closer look at, all the things in your life that actually are good. And you're like, oh, wow, I haven't actually stopped and looked around. I've been so busy. I've been so stuck in this city kind of energy where, racing thoughts, and, busy. You haven't actually stopped and looked around and found that desert island within yourself where you can just be at peace, and just have the freedom of, and the happiness and the easiness of that. And so you're taking a bit of a closer look at your life and realizing, I have so much already. It's like, why do I, because you're also seeing through all the masks. We have the masks there as well, and you know that you're very capable of putting on those masks when you need to. That, okay, quick work face. I got to be the Sagittarius that's busy and focused on work and focused on this and focused on that. And then I've got to put on this other mask where I'm mum or dad, and I've got to, be the parent. And then I put on this other mask where all of a sudden I'm with my parents, and I've got to be that child that's looking up to them, or, all these different masks that we wear in our life. And with this pause within you that you're experiencing, it's like you see all these different masks that you wear, and you're really realizing, once again, the fulfillment that you have of being able to be all these different versions of yourself, fulfill all these different roles, yet still have this desert island within you where you can be free to just be you, and to just be, and that you have so much abundance around you in your life in so many different things that, it's like, it's just giving you a different appreciation for yourself at the moment, and being able to find that peace within yourself, no matter what's going on, no matter what mask you have to wear at the time. It's like it gives you this piece of yourself that you then can, even though I'm having this crazy work mask on, and I've got to do all this and focus on all this, I know deep within me there's this little piece of me that is calm, and and my little happy place kind of thing, and you're finding that within yourself at the moment, and it's really bringing you this sense of, I have everything that I need, even in knowing that I don't have everything that I need. Does that make sense? Even in knowing that there's still more that I can have, I have so much already that I'm actually, it's like this moment of just silence within yourself where you're like, life isn't actually that bad. Life isn't actually, all these things that are stressing me out, they're not actually me. And they're not actually taking any of those other things away from me. For some of you too, there might be, I'm picking up here that for some of you there is taking a closer look at the money, to do with something is covered up as it looks like something, but it's something else. All right. So with the mask energy there, have a closer look over your finances, because there's something that you're being charged for or something like that, where it's like, it says that it's for, just as a random example, okay, it says that it's a bank fee, or it says that it's a Netflix payment. But when you have a closer look, you go, hang on, but no, there's the Netflix payment. That's over there. Why is this payment saying that it's a Netflix payment, but it's not? What is it? You have a closer look, and you're actually finding a little bit of extra money that you can claim back or something along those lines as well. So that's just a random little side note for you there as well, Sagittarius. There might be a little bit of money being hidden under something that you're not aware of. So it's also getting like checking under things. There's masks. There's something hiding, something that doesn't look like money, but it's money around you. Okay, random. Got to just roll with the randomness sometimes, Sagittarius. But that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Good vibes only for the Capricorn collective. Capricorn energy, the good vibes around you. Good vibes only for my Capricorns. Country. Taurus had this as well. We do have success on the bottom of the deck there as well. Okay, so that's very interesting, because this is about country, all right, but it you can kind of see from a distance, it looks like a horse or something moving. There's a tree, a face in the tree, and then there's the legs here is the footpath, and there's a little, the cottage is the body, and then we see like the tail or whatever here in the roses. This country card feels like home. Every time I see it, it feels like home, regardless of whether you grew up in the country or not, whether you grew up in that country that you're living in or not. For some of you, this is about getting home to your roots, going back to your roots, finding the country that lives deep in your heart as home. It may not even be a country you've ever even been to for some of you. But success. I'm definitely seeing something about like horse racing here for someone here with the success, and then I'm seeing the country card here with the horse kind of imagery. It's like country races or something like that, because it looks like like a trophy. Success. It's like something to do with horse racing, or the country races, or there's a running race here in Australia called Coast to Country. Something about that. Something about some sort of race or something. Good vibes, Capricorn. Success. We like success for you, regardless, right? But for some of you, it's like success to do with country. All right. So I do feel that for a couple of you, this is this is actually like hints for you to do with your business, your career, your investments. That invest in the country project, invest in the country somehow. Country, there might be, country in the name of something. It might be, you know, a different country that you're expanding your influence into in some way. You might be traveling somewhere and you have a lot of success with business in this new country or something along those lines. So definitely getting those sorts of messages there as well. Capricorn, good vibes only for our Capricorns. Good vibes only for Capricorn. Trust your intuition. Horse racing again. We have the moon coming through first, Capricorn. Oh, the moon. It's not the moon. It's the ring. Contracts. Relationships. But, you know, we do see quite a large moon in that card. And straight away I was saying trust your intuition anyway, wasn't I? Which usually comes through with the moon energy. Trust your intuition. But, you know, maybe some of you are signing on a contract with another country, with a new country, with someone in the country. There might be a contract or a partnership taking place that will lead you to success here. But it's kind of like, because we also have the crossroad here. So something about country roads, country paths, followed by the rider. Once again, horse riding. Look at that. I'm getting horse riding coming through. The rider is, you know, good news on the way from the, you know, good choices that you're making, Capricorn. Once again, trust your intuition, especially when it comes to commitments that you're making. You know, really needing to make solid choices. But you seem like you are making good choices already with those two cards there. You know, the choice, trusting in, it's kind of like make a choice and, you know, full steam ahead. Don't back out of your choices. You know, once you've made a solid choice, move forward quickly. Don't back out of those contracts when you have, you know, used your free will to make that choice. You are on the right path here, Capricorn. For some of you, there's a relationship choosing to come in. It's like, it's kind of like you need to choose. You need to exert your free will here about, you know, choosing what is the good news you want to hear in regard to that choice of potential partnership with relationships. You know, because for some of you, you're making different choices here. And good news, that's what we're moving towards. All right, so you're making the choice. You're going to have success, whichever you do choose to walk here, whichever path you choose to walk here. But I'm just getting, you know, for some of you, it's going to be the opposite sides of the choice. But for some of you, it is a choice about a relationship moving forward or not moving forward that you're making here. But you're definitely, you know, that's free will. You're making the choice, Capricorn. The relationship is your choice as how you want to move forward, if you want to move forward with that. Same as the contract, if you want to move forward, the commitments that you're making. You know, but covered quite a lot of ground there, Capricorn. But that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Good vibes only for Aquarius. Good vibes only for Aquarius, please. Oh, accident. It's like happy little accident. I'm seeing Bob Ross, happy little accident. We have country on the bottom of the deck there. Like, a few people have had that country card come up, namely Capricorn and Taurus. But for you, it feels different. Just clarify the country energy for Aquarius, please. But I'm hearing happy little accident with that accident card. So I have clarified that country card with the cross and the clover. So this is like, and I've got like repeated sixes here as well. Something about, it's like God's country, spiritual country, but there's like a responsibility to the land coming through here, and you're taking a chance. You're investing in, a more spiritual outlook on the country. So for some of you, I feel like this is some sort of connection to country, connection to land, coming through for you here. Okay, which is actually very interesting because here in Australia, tomorrow is Australia Day, and it's actually like a very argumented day in Australia, and because this for some reason it's bringing this to mind, because it's like on Australia Day there's a lot of protests, because there's the native Australians, the Aboriginals, a lot of them stand against Australia Day because Australia Day is, a celebration of when Australia was taken over and by European, like English settlements and European settlements, when there was already existing peoples of Australia who were, there was a lot of, it's a whole big thing. So there's a lot of protests. And this is bringing this to mind because this is like giving me the energy of like what the Aboriginal energy is here in Australia, of, deep spiritual connection to country. Like, this is country, that we respect country, not some made up holiday just for everyone to get drunk and have the day off work, because that, honestly, that's kind of what it is in Australia here. We don't do big, the way that other countries do, like America, for example, the 4th of July, that's a big day for America and patriotism, right? That's not like that here in Australia. It's pretty much an excuse for everybody to get drunk and have the day off work. Okay, go to the beach. But there is a lot of protests against Australia Day because of, the Aboriginal connections to the land. And this is kind of what this is. Like, it's very similar energy. I'm picking up very similar energy to what that is, to the Aboriginal connection to land. And I understand that there's other cultures across the world that have that same connection to land, through their culture and their beliefs. There's something about that coming through, that it's like you're investing in your spiritual beliefs and your spiritual, it's kind of like a spiritual knowing. But for a lot of you, there's this, like, it's like a happy little accident that maybe you're only just learning about this connection and understanding why you feel this spiritual connection to your land, to your country, to a certain country, to, a certain place in the country or something along those lines. It does feel very spiritual, and it's like you're invested somehow in the country. And I'm getting the country. It's not so much the country, it's land, the land, whether it's, like nature, and the land, whether it's the country you're already in or another country. Clarify this message for Aquarius, please. Good vibes only for Aquarius. So I kind of feel that some of you, you're accidentally starting a spiritual journey here. You've been thinking about where is home? Where am I? Who am I? We have the clouds in the house here. Why do I feel secure in one place? Why does one place feel like home to me, even if I've never even been there? This is something you've been thinking about for a while, and I feel like there's this happy little accident that's happening that makes you kind of understand that a little bit more on a spiritual level. But it's also coming through with time, that it's like maybe it's time for you to understand this and have this connection strengthen, and it's time to kind of start this journey within yourself and strengthen your connection to Mother Earth in some kind of a way, whether that is through culture or whether that is through nature, or a specific country that you're drawn to, your specific country, something about home. It feels like home. I said that before I even saw the house card come out, yeah, that it's got to do with, it feels like home. It feels like safety and security to your soul, all right? But it's kind of like it's time, and it may take time to fully understand this, but it's bringing sort of like a bit of peace to your world in some kind of a way, an understanding to you here. Okay, so that's what we've got for you, Aquarius. Very interesting. Very, very unexpected energy there, but it's still, kind of a nice, like very spiritual connection. I like it for you, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move over to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, good vibes only for the Pisces. Pisces, good vibes around our Pisces, please. Oh, we have the house, the nest, the family, the house, like your little nest. Pleasure. Look at that, we see all the cakes showing us pleasure in that. But I feel like, pleasure in your abode, your house. For some of you, pleasure in the bedroom, all right? But no, I feel like for some of you, this is like pride. Taking pride in your house. Because it's kind of like something happening around your house that's giving you this, it's like this energy coming through, Pisces, of like, this is an external representation of me. Yeah? In some kind of a way. So whatever my house, I'm glad that I've got some new decor that shows my personality better, or some new curtains that are, the color I like. Could be something quite as simple as that, and you're taking like a pleasure in that. Some of you are taking a guilty pleasure in something too. Like, oh, I've got those snacks hiding in the cupboard, and there's that, I've got to get home and get my little snacks out. Something along those lines. But I'm getting some bedroom activities for some of you here. The pleasure is like, for some of you, it's just simply the pleasure of finally home after that long ass day. Like, and that's the good vibes that you're like, thank goodness I've got this home to go home to, and I can just chill, like, and I don't have to interact with a million people or whatever. Something like that for some of you. So it feels quite simple, but sometimes, the most simplistic things are the most peaceful and happy, right? The good vibes are sometimes the most simple things. It's like chilling on the couch. Good vibes only for our Pisces. Maybe that's your big pleasure, is just getting home and taking your pants off, taking your shoes off. Pisces, good vibes only for the Pisces, please. Just had one fall out there as well. That was the card of free will, the choice card. Fell out there. I do see repeating ones and twos coming through here as well. I've got 22, I've got 11, and I've got 21. So 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Lots of twos and ones, all right? Repeating numbers. So it's like free will, making a choice, deciding what path I'm going to take here. It's quite interesting because the next two cards we have the whip as well as the mountain. I'm choosing to fight, says Pisces. I'm choosing to fight and put in the hard work, no matter like how hard it might seem. I'm choosing to fight, and I'm going to be a little bit stubborn here too, and really put my head down and get it done, because this is my house. This is my pleasure zone. This is my pleasure, and I just want to be able to spoil myself and feel safe and secure, and I choose to stand up and fight, even when it's hard, because I'm fighting for my home. I keep getting these random Australian references today. Okay, Pisces, the reference I'm getting for you, it's a movie called The Castle. All right, and it's an Aussie movie, and it's like a man's home is his castle, and he stands up and fights against the government that are trying to, take his house out from underneath him, and he stands up and fights that you can't take my home. This is my home. This, a man's house is his castle. You can't take my house, and I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for my home, because it's not just a house; it's a home. It's this is where I raised my children. This is where I feel comfortable and safe. This is decades of memories and safety and happiness, and this is my pleasure. This is the thing that makes me happiest. It is my secret pleasure, my house, my home, my nest, my my children, my family, whatever. This is my choice to stand up and fight for, to overcome whatever obstacles are being thrown my way, to try to take that from me, kind of thing, to try to make it harder for me to stand up and fight that. It's kind of standing up and making noise, I feel, for some of you. It's kind of like standing up for yourself, and it's like this is, I just want to go home and chill on the couch. I don't want to have to stand up and fight, but I'm going to do it anyway. I choose to fight because this is mine, even if it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like for some of you, there is this energy here of standing up and fighting. For some of you, it might be like an argument with a Capricorn, maybe, for some of you. It could be an argument or like some sort of tension about the things that are hard, the hard work that needs to be put in. We're going, okay, well, there might be hard work in order to make our house that exactly what I want it to be. Like, so for some of you, this is like fighting to do something to my house that I want to do. Like, just as a random example, it's like I want to do some renovations, and I have to fight the council for regulations and all this stuff, and I'm going to argue with the builders and make sure they give me the best price, the better quote. They're going to do it on my schedule or whatever, because this mountain, it's the Capricorn card. You're willing to persevere here and make it happen one way or another. All right, it's overcoming obstacles and facing whatever blockages come my way. But you've got this strength. You're choosing to, and this is good vibes for you, that this is your secret little pleasure. This is your good vibes, that I've got the free will to stand up and fight, and I'm going to. And in some way, that is good vibes for you here, Pisces. I just want, like, on the bottom of the deck, I do have the lilies here. So it does show that there is something, you're standing up for you know, what's right, the morals, the you know, the long term, that this is something close to my, you know, this is my pleasure that's close to my heart. This is my home long term. This has been my home for a long time for some of you. I just want some extra clarity on that because it's coming through in a bit of a weird way. Clarify this message for Pisces, please. Can you just show us, how is this the positive vibes only for Pisces? I want to be safe. I want to be secure. I can depend on this home, this family, this house. I want to feel like I can rely on this. So there's a lot of reliability and support. So it's like, I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight for that because that's my refuge in the storm. This house is my refuge in a storm. So for quite a lot of you, this has got to do with your actual house. All right. But, you know, house and home are kind of interchangeable, right? So for some of you, it may have a little bit more to do with the people, the family, the home, rather than the actual house itself. All right. But it's because it's like, this is my shelter in a storm. This is the safe zone. This is the comfort zone. I'm going to stand up and fight for it no matter how hard it gets. All right. And that's what's, you know, it's because this is bringing you that good energy, or like, it's positive vibes for you, Pisces, to stand up for your safe zone and for something that you can rely on in your life. And for some reason, that's your positive vibes. Okay, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.